Today, guys, we're looking at an investment property in Newalla, Oklahoma. An investment property in Newalla, Oklahoma. And these numbers are pretty good. They're pretty good if you're looking for a long-term investment. So the property that we're looking at today is 18251 Sky Ridge, and it's my listing. So Google, the algorithm, all that stuff, don't get rid of this video. This is my listing. I can make all the videos about this property that I want. This is my video. Okay, so look at this property. It's a single wide 1994. Is it 1994? Where's the year? 1994. Yeah, 1994. Single wide manufactured home that still has the tongue attached. Don't leave. You want to see these numbers. If you're an investor, look at, and you need to move $100,000 real quick so you don't pay taxes on it. You don't need to give that to the government right now. They can't even stay open at the time of this video. They can't stay open at the time of this video. If you need to move $100,000 as a 1031 investor right now, pay attention to these numbers. I'm telling you, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I ran them before I made this video. So this property is on 2 acres, guys. How many people do you know that's looking for a 2-acre property, to do their homestead on and stuff like that? And it's only $100,000. It's $100,000 because it's a single wide manufactured home with the tongue still attached, 1994 property, but it has an amazing 12 by 20 shed and it has a storm shelter. Guys, this is a pretty good investment opportunity to look at. So first off, I want to talk to you about the 1% rule. If you're okay with renting to people who want to do the land, or if you want to do a contract for deed situation, in that scenario, then these numbers might be something of interest to you. They might be of something of interest to you. So let's go over and see if the property, being a $100,000 property, if you pull $1,000 a month, a rent, I really feel like, this isn't a guarantee, but I really feel like you can get $1,000 a month in rent on it. So if you've got $1,000 in rent coming in and it's a $100,000 purchase, let's put $102,000 for the title closing cost. Let's say $102,000 purchase because of title company closing cost. Do you hit the 1% rule? So 1,000 divide by 1,002. That's going to be like 98%. 1, 2, 3. Let me turn that to a percentage. 98%. 98% on that one. So you need to rent it for $1,020. $1,020 to hit the 1% rule, taking in your title company expense. The purchase price is $100,000, but I want to be truthful with you guys and use the right numbers. Your book value is going to be $102,000. What if you get $1,100 a month? Let's say if you get $1,100 a month out of this property and you purchase for $102, that's your book value. You're going to be looking at, what are we looking at? No way. That can't be right. That's not pulling down my number. That's why. 120. I didn't put a formula in here. Hold on. Let me put a formula in here. Equal that, divide by that. Enter. Okay, 98%. Now let me pull this down. Okay. I didn't put a formula in there. So $1,020 hits the 1% rule. $1,100 hits the 1.08% rule. Okay, you get 1.08%. I'm just curious. What does 1,150 bring us? 1150. Because it's got 2 acres, guys. It's got 2 acres. It's got a shed, and it's got a storm shelter. It's a nice property. Decent driveway on it. Could the driveway use a load of gravel? Yeah. But is there gravel already laid down? It just maybe needs the tractor to go by and grade it. I think that's what it's called, grading. Possibly. Yeah, that would possibly do it. Just have the tractor grade the driveway. So let's see if we pulled in $1,150 a month in rent. Okay, 1.13%. So 1.13% on that, on looking at those numbers. So does it meet the basic potential cash flow rule? Yes. Yes, it does. But is that where you stop? No, that's not where you stop as an investor. You go deeper. you need to ask yourself as an investor, does the rental income cover over half of the operating expense, right? Right? Let's be truthful with each other. Just because it might potentially cash flow using one quick check doesn't mean it's the right property. Now we need to ask ourselves, the potential cash flow of the property, does that cover, what did I just say? 50%. 50% of the operating costs. So let's run this property, this single wide 1994 manufactured home. Is it move-in ready? Yeah. Yeah, it's a habitable, decent move-in ready house. It absolutely is. Could it use paint, carpet, and fixtures? Yeah, it could do that too. If you want to. Do you have to? No, it all works. It all works. So let's go over here. So looking at taxes, when you buy this property, the assessor's probably going to raise your annual taxes up to $1,500. Maintenance, what is maintenance? 10% of the annual income. If you're charging $1,000, let's work off $1,000. So this is, let me update this, off of $1,000 estimated monthly income. I want to make sure that that's all there. Oh, and at the end of this video, click down on the link below too, and I'll make this spreadsheet shareable. That way you can look at it and you can show your banker. You can easily give it to your banker on what your thoughts are on the property. So that's down in the link below. Click on that for sure. Maintenance-wise, I just said it was 10%, right? I said 10% of the monthly income. So what is that? 10% of the monthly income is $100 on $1,000 times 12 equals $1,200. So equal sign, we're going to say it's that times 12. It's 10% of that. I'm so sorry. So 0.1 times B12. Put our parentheses there, order operation. I messed it all up. So order of operation, the parentheses go on the outside. Silly Josh. It's like your finance class was, 12 years ago, or how long, not 2009, 14 years ago, 15 years ago. So, okay, so there is your annual maintenance. Annual maintenance guesstimate $1,200, 10% of total income of the annual rents. Does that make sense? Does that match the formulas? We're just doing some quick underwriting real quick, guys, okay? I want to show you this investment property in Oklahoma. If you're looking to spend $100,000 on a 1031 exchange, so you don't have to give, 20, 30, 40% to the government, because government, they don't even work right now. They're shut down. They're literally shut down. Property maintenance, in today's age, you could do everything over an app. You could absolutely do everything over an app. But if you want boots on the ground, a property manager, you're probably going to have to pay them 10%. There's no finite cost. You negotiate that, of course. You could pay them more. The better you pay someone, the better your service you get, right? Am I right? But let's just say you're paying them 10%. So we're going to use the exact same formula that we used on maintenance. So there's another 10%. And then maintenance reserves, that's 5% of your monthly income or 5% of your annual income. So let's do that formula real quick. So let's use our parentheses, order of operation, 0.005 times your monthly income, close parentheses, times how many months there are in a year? 12 according to the calendar that we use right now. $60. I did not do that formula right. Times, let's get rid of one of these zeros. Maybe that'll fix it. There we go. $600. That sounds right. So 5% of your annual income is $600. So your total operating expenses on this property, your estimated total operating expenses on this property are $4,524. $4,524. Now, to figure out if the 50% rule, you guys are already doing the numbers in your heads, so you already know that it works, but let's go ahead and fill out the spreadsheet. So total income equals that times 12, total income, 12 months in the year, according to the current calendar that we use. And you want to put that in your parentheses. Put that in your parentheses because we're doing a net income minus your total expenses for the year. So your net income is $7,467. Is that more than is that more than this? Then yes. Yes, it is. Your total income is more than your total expenses, so it meets the 50% test of does the income cover 50% of the expenses? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So right now we've hit the investment 1% test and we've hit the 50% test right now. Whenever you're comparing two different investments, so your total income / net operating income per year is $7,467. $7,467. That's your total income minus your total expenses annually, and this is all estimated. So return on investment. Is it a good investment? Could I not just go buy a treasury bond and a treasury bond do better than my property does? Can it? That's what you want to ask yourself on a year-by-year basis. On a year-by-year basis. Real estate-wise, we know real estate, you have appreciation, all this other stuff. We're not going to get into that. We're just going to look at a year-by-year basis on this particular investment because you have leftover 1031 money that you need to get invested somewhere. So based on this estimated sheet that we've done right here, your total investment in the property, your book value was $102,000. $102,000. Your annual income is your annual net operating income is $7,467. So to find out your total return for 1 year on this investment estimated, you take your net operating income and you divide it by your total purchase price. And you get 7.33% for this year, this estimated year on this property. So if you could go buy a treasury bond that's paying 8%, then yeah, do that all day. Do that all day. You won't have the headache of real estate investments. But if you're looking for a little bit of appreciation, and if you're looking for, and if a treasury bond is only paying 5%, well, this gets you 2% more. This gets you 2% more. But is that 2% more worth dealing with real estate? If you're in the real estate business, you're a real estate investor, then yeah, you know it is all day long. But if you feel comfortable not dealing with people and you just want to deal with paper, then yeah, go buy a treasury bond. But the return on investment for this property is 7.33%. 7.33% on this property. So, does it meet the 50%? Long story long, does it meet the 50% real estate investment on this property? Yes, all day long. All day long. And annually, you have a return on investment of 7.33% based on these numbers for this property that I have listed. I can talk about this property all I want, YouTube and Google. You can't take this down. This is my listing. I can talk about this all that you want. So that's based off of $1,000 rent. The lowest rent that you could probably lease this place for right away, no warranties or guarantees, $1,000. You could probably get $1,000 out of this place all day long. It's on 2 acres. It's wooded. It's got a giant circle driveway. It's got a 12 by 20 shop. It has a storm shelter. Click on the link down below. Watch my video tour that I made on the property. You're going to be blown away. You're going to be like, what? This is only $100,000? Yeah. Welcome to Oklahoma. Welcome to Oklahoma. So if you wanted to flip this property, I recommend it as a long-term investment. I don't recommend it as a flip. I recommend it as a long-term investment. Let's say after repair value, it was worth $120,000. I already have built into the price, the carpet, the painting, the fixtures. I already got that built in. So it's already priced $20,000 under. It's already priced $20,000 under. If you're looking to flip it and you want to make a 30% profit, this property's not going to be a flip property. This is a long-term investment property, guys. Times 0.3 times 0.3. What? Equal sign. Equal sign that. Did I put minus? Okay, hold on a second. Equal sign after repair value of one of that times 0.3 gets me $36,000. Yeah, see, it already doesn't work for that. Minus closing costs. Let's say you have 9% in closing cost. So equal that times 0.9. Ooh, I need to add a 0. Times 0.09. Let's say you have 9% in closing cost. 10,000. See, yeah, this does not work. Minus repair. I already had the repair built in, but I'm saying there's $20,000 in repairs, carpet, paint, and fixtures. Carpet, paint, and fixtures. And then we just equal that. So it's this minus this equals that. D1 minus, I need to put sum, minus the sum of this. You'd have to buy this property for $52,200. No way in heck am I going to get the sellers to agree to a price like that. No way in heck. I would buy that for that price. I would absolutely buy that for that price. And then I'd turn around and sell it for $100,000 and I wouldn't put any money into it. So I'd be bringing in like $2K, $20K in profit. So, all right, guys, we know it's not a flip property. I told you from the beginning, it's not a flip property when we started working on this formula right here. So is it a long-term investment property? All day long, especially if you're looking for a 7.33% estimated return on your investment, especially if you have $100,000 left over on a 1031K deal that you need to put somewhere real quick and you need to put it fast, or you at least need to identify a property. Guys, use this property to identify it. Share this video with the 1031 people. Let them know where the numbers are. Share this video with your banker. Your banker this is a presentation you can use for your banker on a 1031 exchange if you're looking to make this happen. Or if you're not doing 1031 exchange, then okay. If you're doing a 1031 exchange, you don't have a banker. You're the banker. We just underwrite this for you so that you can see where it's at. If you're looking for an investment property and you want to use banks' money on it, you'd want to use a local Oklahoma bank on it and run these numbers by them. This is your business presentation to a local bank if you're looking to get in the real estate investment here in Oklahoma. Guys, I hope you absolutely enjoyed today's video. It was really fun making it. I didn't use the calculator because I just used Excel to do all the calculations. So I guess I didn't need that calculator right there. If you're selling, investing, or buying in Oklahoma, reach out. My team and I's contact information is down in the description below. We'd love to help you out if we can help you out. We've got to go over the buyer broker agreement. We've got to talk about working together exclusively with each other. We got to talk about the total cost when it comes to working together. And if all that makes sense, then we get pre-qualified or we get the letter of approval from the lender and we start working together, guys. My team and I, that's what we've done over the last 18 years, over the last 1,600 plus transactions. We help people just like you, whether you're selling, investing, or buying in the state of Oklahoma. And we've got referral partners throughout the nation when it comes to real estate. And if you've ever thought about a career in real estate, guys, I'd love to chat with you too about working together at eXp Realty. If you already are an agent, then just go ahead and click on that right there. Let's get started. The website will notify me that you started filling out your application to work at eXp Realty together. So we can start putting all this stuff together in your business, whether you're a broker owner, team leader, a seasoned agent, or a brand new agent, and you're looking for a place to hang your license. Go ahead and get started right there, or click the link down below and you can schedule a call with me one-on-one so we can talk about how eXp Realty is obsessed with your success. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys. This video that's popping up right here, this is a very specific video that the algorithm thinks you might want to watch next. This one right here. And then this playlist right here, this is a playlist that I made about real estate investing. There's not that many videos on it, but there's some that you might like if you want to learn more about real estate investing. See you guys on the next video.